my name is Emily. I work over at the Clever Circulation Desk, and today we're going to be doing a really easy floral arrangement for the wintertime. It's super adjustable, so if you don't want to use anything we've provided to you, you can swap it out for something you do have. So I suggest, before we get started, separating all your little bits and baubles out. So I've separated all my florals, I've got my little vase filler, and then I've got my little extras off to the side here. Some suggested tools would be wire cutters, just in case you need to trim something down. I don't think you should, but just in case. And a stick of some sort. I personally am using a Christian County Library branded pencil, which I think probably works the best, but honestly, this is a super easy arrangement. It's more about the vase than the arrangement itself. So we're just gonna dive right in. We're gonna start with the filler. We're just gonna put like a little layer of these glass little beads in. I'm gonna apologize if the sound is terrible on that, but it just doesn't sound nice, whatever you do. So. All right, so we've got a little layer. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pick which of our little goodies we wanna insert in there first. I am gonna go ahead and use one of these little blues, or the big blue snowflakes, and I drop it in the side. I'll shove it down there with my Christian County Library branded pencil. All right, and then on the other side, I'm gonna go in with a little blue snowflake. You want to go in and put decorations all around so it doesn't just look like one side is all decorated. It wants to look nice from all sides. It also adds dimensionality. So also gonna throw in one of these white ones. There should be plenty in there, so even if you wanna go crazy overkill, you should have plenty of stuff to do so. All right, now I'm gonna do a little bit more of these glass beads. Make sure everything is still in a place that you're happy with it. I'm gonna go in with some of these pony beads. I recommend leaving them in the bag because they have a tendency to run away, as it were. So we're just gonna drop those in. They just add a little bit of color and texture. You kind of want to make sure it hits the sides, I say, as I drop everything directly in the middle. But really, this arrangement is more about stuff that you've got on hand. So if you have other beads that would work for this, or if you've got other things that you prefer putting in, by all means, go ahead. So I've just put some more glass beads down. I'm gonna put in one of these lovely little charms, these little snowflake charms. Just drop that down. I'm happy with that there. So I'm gonna go in with another big old white snowflake and my stick. All right, and little white guy over here. But the nice thing about this arrangement is after you take it apart, you can just make a bracelet out of it. You've got almost all of the supplies for it. So we're gonna put in some more glass. All right, even that out a little bit. I'm gonna throw in some more beads. And it's that time of year where there's not really any holidays going on, so it's really hard to be festive and figure out what you want to do for an arrangement. So I thought something a little wintry would be nice. All right, and we're gonna put in another charm. You can, of course, do whatever you want. You don't have to do this in the order that I'm doing it. This is all up to you. right, and a little white snowflake I'm putting in now. All right, some more glass. All right, and I'm gonna put in a big blue one right here. And as you get up higher with your floral filler, you aren't gonna need to use your stick as much, but and of course, any old stick will do. I was mostly joking about using our branded pencils, but you can use the back of a paintbrush, makeup brush, any little thing you've got lying around. All right, some more pony beads. All right. Another benefit to this is it's going to cover up your floral stems. So if they look ragged because you got them at the dollar store because you have no self-control during the holiday season like me, that's fine. You won't get to see them anyway. This is also a really good project for if you have gone out on a walk recently and you find some little bric-a-brac in the streets, like pine cones are a great floral filler. Some neat rocks if you want. All right, and I'm just gonna put the last of the glass beads. And do my last choices for what's going in the top here. Another big white one. And you don't have to use all the supplies. It's just in case you want them or need them. So we'll stick that guy down in there. That was a big white one. Now next we're gonna put the floral arrangement stuff in. My methodology for this is shove it in wherever it fits and try to make it look as nice as possible. Now you've got some cedar spray and some plain green. Mine is flocked because I ran out of the good stuff. I apologize for the silver one, but it looks really nice. Some baby's breath, and then I don't know much about flowers, so something big and blue white-ish. If you want to change the colors for any of this, I highly encourage that. You can always paint the little silk stems with like watercolor or like even thin down acrylic if you want to spray them down or hand paint them. I speak from experience. It's a lot of fun, but my gosh, there are easier ways to do it. And this is where the wire cutters come in handy if you've got a stem that is too long, because these vases are quite short. So you might need to trim that down. And I will be trimming the cedar spray down a little bit. And you can, of course, keep that and throw that in another bouquet or arrangement of some sort as floral filler as well. So I'm going to go in first with the cedar. I'm just going to shove that down in there. And I'm going to trim this one down as well. And these have wires in them, so you can kind of bend them and mold them to where it works for you. The only thing to keep your eye out for is to make sure that you're not poking through your floral filler, because sometimes you'll have a wire that sneaks its way through, which is okay, but it doesn't make the best effect. So Okay, we've got those in. I'm gonna go in with Baby Breath. If you want to, you are more than welcome to do some fluffing. If you get your flowers online or if they've just been in storage for a while, they tend to get like a little flat. So feel free to go ahead and zhuzh them up. And continuing with my method of just sticking it in there any old place. These bottom flowers I'm going to take off just because I don't want them to get in the way. All right. And now it's really beautiful. It adds a lovely effect, but my goodness, this thing sheds like nobody's business. I'm going to bend that back a little bit. And personally, I like to have the cedar sprays on either side, the regular ones, and then the Baby's Breath in front of those, and the silver in the back. And I put your big old flower right in the front. And that's how I think it works best. But if you don't like that, you can absolutely change your arrangement. This is all you. You are the driving creative force here. And then we just do some zhuzhing. If you've got some extra big old beads, or I have some extra pony beads that I'm just gonna tuck in there. And it's a really quick, really easy, just little arrangement, but I think it's very effective. It's good for chasing away those winter blues, as it were. We're finally getting into cold weather now that it's January, but that is it. It is super fast, super easy, and super adjustable. So this is the basic premise, just with the supplies we've given you. But I've also made much larger ones with all sorts of goodies in them. We've got some orange slices that have been dried, some little berries and pine cones in the bottom there. So really, whatever you've got lying around is gonna make a gorgeous floral arrangement. But that is it. It's super fast, super quick, and it makes a darn cute little arrangement. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you had a lot of fun, and I hope yours turns out just lovely, and I'm sure that it will.